So looking through the second team of Total Rush, we have again had some absolutely huge players. We already had Mbappe and CR7, so it was only natural that we were going to get the likes of Messi, Neymar, potentially even a Salah, which inevitably did happen. And also we've got some decent defenders in this as well as their midfielders. So we're already hitting them promos. Very little have kind of been added to Playstyle Pluses, and a few SBCs have obviously come as well. If you need coins in FC25, lootbar.gg has you covered. They are the cheapest trading platform on the game, 8 to 10% cheaper than any others, 8% off if you use the code JT11 at the end at checkout, plus you get 5% extra on coins. With the fastest delivery system going, used by many FC25 creators such as Zorky, Manny Plus, and even Pro Owners. So if you need any coins, head over to lootbar.gg, make sure JT11's in the promo code, and hopefully you enjoy. Going through a few of the SBCs straight off the bat, we look through last week's one in technically Team 1, and we've still got some to go. We have the likes of Angel Gomez or Angel Gomez, coming in very cheap at 23,000, always a nice one. Iwobi, which was cheaper than expected, and then the likes of Sterling, who to be honest might be a little bit too expensive. We've also got the Swanson in there, which I think is a standard, and then also we got Rutter yesterday as the kind of Friday release for the SBC. He's coming in as a 5.5, very nice upgrade for him, and just needs that Playstyle Plus, and really for 178, it's not terrible in any suggestion there. Obviously with the Rolls Plus, they've not added a plus for him, but he still has got a role somewhere in everybody's team. Now, if you do look at the total cost of a lot of these players, we're seeing the likes of Lewandowski still coming in at sub kind of 1 million, but above 900. You got 1.7 for Salah, 1.5 for Neymar, and then you look at the likes of Messi still now coming in at 2.1. He was about 4.5 on release, so he's taken a massive dip as we go through. With the Total Rush Team 1, Mbappe is obviously still at a massive price. CR7's now at 1.4, which I think is still a pretty good value for him. We've obviously got De Bruyne at 1.5 as well. So if we're looking through a few of them, because naturally not every single one of them is incredibly priced, we've got the likes of Messi definitely going into that S+, and I think you can always argue the likes of Neymar now being upgraded. For Neymar specifically, I wasn't necessarily much of a fan for his gold card, but now they've added a little bit extra on the pace, a bit more shooting, physicality. He's obviously going to be up there in sort of that sort of best category, as we always can imagine. Hunter's probably the more favoured one for him, which does add a solid amount. If you look at the difference, it may not seem crazy, but that composure bonus, the extra shooting, is going to put him in sort of a top sort of category in my opinion. We still have quite a few of the lower ones as well, like someone like Gomez, 4.4, stats are getting up there. It's a lovely upgrade from his base, but realistically he's not going to be in that S category. Whereas potentially with Iwobi, he's got a few different roles that he can play. He's obviously an 86 going from a 77. Massive upgrade across the board, as we know. No Playstyle Plus, but he can go into that centre mid role, which again is a position that's very needed, to be honest. He's got a decent amount of everything. I would say the only thing with a centre mid, he would be more of a box to box with kind of the passing attributes, because defending, yes, he's got a good amount of interception and standing tackle, but everything else isn't quite in that category. Now, a lot of people are just going to go out and out anchor because of that controlled lengthy, 90 pace, 90 physical, and then 75 defending. It could be enough to put him in a solid centre mid category. Now, for me, I would still go in a good A+. I don't know if I'd quite go up into the S. I think the price in there is still decent enough. I would definitely go Sterling in that same one. Again with him, no Playstyle Plus is going to be a big one. 3-star on the weak foot is still a little bit low in comparison to what we're seeing. If he got added a Playstyle Plus, maybe a weak foot upgrade. I know we're in literally not even November yet, so I'm not expecting that. We are going to get these upgrades as we progress forward. I can imagine the first time we're going to see a big upgrade for Playstyle Pluses, maybe even Roll Plus Plus, would be potentially during Thunderstruck, as we've still got Trailblazer and Ultimate Dynasties still coming. So I'd imagine we might see some position changes there, but nothing too much to the power curve as of yet. We have got the likes of Lewandowski, another massive upgrade for him. Personally, again, him and Kane have had absolute glow-ups from their gold cards. A 10 on the pace, 2 shooting, which is fine because he already had 88, 6 passing, 2 dribbling. And if you look into kind of the stats in themselves, 3 on the composure is fantastic, good amount of passing, the physical was always there as well. And he is a very, very big striker in the game. He's got himself the chip shot, which isn't necessarily crazy. I think if he had like a broken mechanic, like a finesse or a power shot, maybe we could. Aerial as well would have been perfect for him. We did pack him as well from Chance Rewards, which was very nice indeed, because to be honest, I thought it'd drop in price straight away. We have Putellas, easy one to be honest. She is an absolute dime in the middle. If you've got a Bonmati, a Patry, she is going to be perfect next to both of them. They've got great links. Also, you've got the likes of Hansen as well. Hansen's unbelievable. Probably one of the best gold right wings we've got, even to the likes of Salah as well. Now, obviously, Salah's in this team. He's obviously going in the S+. It's fantastic with that finesse shot plus. Brilliant going on the inside on him. Incredible. But not only that, we've still got Tomori as well to talk about. Another huge centre-back in the game. He's obviously gone from that 83 to an 86. He's had a 3 on the pace, which is fantastic. He has had 20 shooting upgrade. I mean, I get that this one was kind of a total rush. It's to be able to put him into that role. And I believe... I don't think he can go into the rush, what is it, not the rush event that we've got. I'm pretty sure it's minimum 70 shooting, or it might have been 80. So he might not even be able to go into that. But regardless, the upgrade is fantastic. I think for me, looking at his gold card, trying him out quite a lot, I'd put him into that top category of a centre-back in my opinion. I really think he puts himself in there easily. We have got the likes of Wirtz. Personally for me, I do like him, but I would say he's kind of one under De Bruyne still. De Bruyne with that 5-star weak foot. The pace is going to be a little bit better, but 95 on the pass into 89. He has got a little bit more dribbling, which is fair enough. And really from there, we've got a lot of the kind of lower ones, really. We've got a few A+s. Delo, not a bad right back in the Prem. I would possibly put him into one of them categories. Now, in terms of kind of a name, he's not quite like the Frimpong of the game, but he most definitely has got a very solid amount of stats. I'd put him on that level of kind of like a Gusto, who in the Prem is going to be a good right back to have. You've obviously got Walker already, who I think is... not necessarily clear still, but he's definitely up there. Trent is kind of that false back, so you're looking at a different role for him. But him and Gusto, very similar. Got a little bit more on the defending and a little bit more on the physical. And then dribbling, Gusto takes a little bit of lead there. So it's a nice, interesting card to see where they go. But obviously with Gusto, they can or will get an upgrade at some point very, very soon. So that's always one thing you will take away from that. And then you've got pretty standard like Arnold, very bog standard kind of CDM. You've got an A+ for Guerrero. Even the Ukrainian striker, not a bad one in terms of what he can offer, but there is, once you've got a Son, a Griezmann, a Leao, if you want to put him up front, a CR7, there's not really a need for him. Daley Blind as a centre-back, I kind of preferred him as the CDM. So if we do get a position change for him, not terrible. You've got Milik, very similar to be honest. He has got the stats, but he's only going to be very bog standard in my opinion. And Ndombele, decent at carrying the ball, could do with the 4-star weak foot. Ben Rama, decent winger, but again, more kind of cam, more so than left wing. We have Elmas, to be honest, very bog standard. We've used him a handful of times and it's just not it, to be honest. Rodriguez, I am very surprised. I don't know if I can find his age, but how is he still going? Like I saw him pop up as one of the new cards and I was like, I thought he retired years ago. He's only 32. I remember him way back in FIFA days, and he is still going into more of a centre-back than he is left-back. Obviously, he can play both positions, so that's always interesting. Obviously, 88 defending is very good. I think as a kind of La Liga centre-back, the only problem you're going to have, there is so many. Arejo, Kounde, Rudiger, you've got, who's the other one? Alaba, you could throw in there. There's just so many that you can go with. I just think he's going to be one of them kind of entry-level centre-backs, and that's kind of going to be about it. You have Lohman, again, pretty standard. I think in terms of winger, she just really doesn't excite. In a cam, maybe a little bit more. Could possibly go up into an A+ for a cam, and that's really about it. Rutter with a Playstyle Plus would have been incredible, but obviously he's got the 5-5. I just think in terms of a cam perspective, he's cheap enough to do, but I don't think he takes out many of the cams that you can already have. And then finally we have got Zaire Emery. He's another one that is most definitely that wonder kid that's coming through, whether we see anything more from him. But stats, I think, are good enough. If you're more than likely going to go for an anchor or a shadow with him, just to make him that kind of solidified box to box, but not necessarily have the shooting prowess of him. But in terms of what he can give you, he's not a bad card by any means. For 440, with the more chance of going down even more, I'd say he's in kind of that low S, but then he's kind of got that ceiling to potentially go up. So that's going to be everybody from Team 2 and Team 1. I don't think we're due many big SBCs this week. I haven't seen any more leaks, so it will be for Trailblazer next week, and hopefully we do get some nice cards and some nice upgrades. Let me know how you're getting on. Peace.